it is my pleasure to introduce the Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, and he will ring the bell after reading his statement. Secretary General.
Your Excellency, President of the General Assembly, Your Excellency Koro Besho, Ambassador of Japan, Excellencies, Honorable Messengers of Peace, Honorable Nobel Peace Laureates, distinguished guests, dear students from all around the world, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thank you for joining us for this Peace Bell ceremony today. This morning, in these calm surroundings, listening to this beautiful music, war seems very distant. But I myself grew up in war, as did many of you. We are all closer to conflict than we may like to think. On the International Day of Peace, we call on combatants around the world to lay down their weapons and observe a day of global ceasefire and non-violence. This simple and symbolic act takes us back to the origins of the United Nations, the search for lasting and sustaining peace. Around the world, conflict is forcing families from their homes, depriving children of an education, and subjecting people to abuse and exploitation. Today, we recommit ourselves to doing everything in our power to give them hope of a better future. In this spirit, I look forward to visiting Cartagena, Colombia on 26 September for the signing of the historic peace agreement between the government and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia People's Army. I pledge the full support of the United Nations for this hard-won agreement, which I hope will inspire others around the world to end conflict through diplomacy and negotiation rather than violence and needless bloodshed. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, peace may be elusive, but it's not the mystery. We understand the roots of peace, and we know the route to peace. Ceasefires, like the cessation of hostilities in Syria, are vital. But peace is about far more than putting weapons aside. It involves hard work of mediation, conflict resolution through diplomacy, reconciliation, peace building, and sustaining peace. It comes from the vision of a world in which people share the benefits of peace and prosperity on a healthy planet. Global leaders demonstrated this vision last year when they agreed on the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals are a roadmap to peace and prosperity for all nations. They are our tools to fight poverty and hunger, inequality, and the competition for resources that leads to tension and conflict. We all have a part to play in making sure governments are held accountable for implementing the 2030 Agenda. Let us all pledge our commitment on the International Day of Peace to becoming champions of the Sustainable Development Goals. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I thank our distinguished UN Messengers of Peace for their tireless efforts on behalf of our fellow citizens and our planet. Michael Douglas, Dr. Jane Goodall, Midori, Stevie Wonder, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Sadly, we have lost two of our messengers of peace this year, Muhammad Ali and Professor Elie Wiesel. Today, we honor their memory. I also thanked UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador Suni Barki and the winner of the 2015 Global Teacher Prize, Ms. Hanan Al-Hurub from Palestine. And we have also 3 distinguished Nobel Peace Prize laureates here this morning, Ms. Leima Gubowi, Ms. Tawakkol Karman, and Ms. Shirin Ebadi, who all have first-hand experience on the front lines of the struggle for peace. You know best of all that peace is not an accident. Peace is not a gift. Peace is something we must all work for every day in every country. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I ring the peace bell and sound the call for peace and the day of nonviolence, please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you.